Welcome. This is part 1 of a series where we'll be analysing current issues using a framework of 5 universal critical thinking questions. At the end of the video, we'll draw a conclusion on the topic based on these 5 questions, so stay tuned. Today, we'll be discussing the idea of tech industry billionaires using their enormous wealth to build spaceships, and whether they should be allowed by law to send themselves and others into space. Let's dive in. Question 1. What are the key facts and assumptions? Fact. Space travel remains risky and expensive. Fact. The growing number of spacecraft in orbit raises concerns about space debris and its potential impact on future space missions. Assumption. The commercialization of space could lead to advancements in technology and innovation. Assumption. National security concerns arise as civilian access to space increases. Assumption. Tech billionaires' philanthropic efforts can coexist with their space exploration ambitions. Question 2. What evidence supports or refutes these facts and assumptions? Some of these facts are self-evident, but we will look at the available data and research on space exploration to assess the reliability and relevance of our facts and assumptions. Fact. Space travel remains risky and expensive. This is a fairly obvious fact. The 1986 Challenger and 2003 Columbia space shuttle disasters highlight the risks involved in human spaceflight. The cost of space travel remains high, with SpaceX Falcon 9 launches costing around $62 million per launch. Fact. The growing number of spacecraft in orbit raises concerns about space debris and its potential impact on future space missions. The 2007 Chinese anti-satellite test and the 2009 collision between an Iridium satellite and a defunct Russian satellite contributed to a sudden and significant increase in space debris. The European Space Agency reports over 36,000 objects larger than 10 centimeters being tracked in Earth's orbit, posing risks to active spacecraft and satellites. Assumption. The commercialization of space could lead to advancements in technology and innovation. SpaceX development of reusable rockets has significantly reduced the cost of access to space, enabling more satellite launches and research opportunities. Private companies are investing in the development of lunar landers and habitats, which could soon enable a long-term human presence on the moon. Assumption. National security concerns arise as civilian access to space increases. Space assets are increasingly critical for military communications, surveillance, and navigation. As civilian access to space increases, vulnerabilities may arise. The development of anti-satellite weapons by several countries highlights the potential for conflicts in space. International agreements, such as the Outer Space Treaty, promote the peaceful use of space and can mitigate potential conflicts. Assumption. Tech billionaires' philanthropic efforts can coexist with their space exploration ambitions. Elon Musk's philanthropic donations to education, renewable energy, and health initiatives demonstrate the potential to balance both space exploration and giving something substantial back to society for the good of all. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has made significant contributions to global health and development while also investing in space-related technologies like satellite-based internet services. Before we move on to question 3, if you are finding value in this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help us bring you more. Now, let's get back to the analysis. Question 3. What are the possible consequences or implications of each fact or assumption? Now we'll explore the ramifications of these presumptions, considering things like resource distribution, risks and rewards, and the potential impact on society. Fact. Space travel remains risky and expensive. The consequences of accidents and failures have significant financial and human costs. In addition, space exploration might divert resources from more pressing global issues like climate change or poverty. Fact. The growing number of spacecraft in orbit raises concerns about space debris and its potential impact on future space missions. The increasing risk of collisions between spacecraft and debris will put both crewed and uncrewed missions in greater danger. There is an acute need for international cooperation and regulation in order to manage and reduce space debris. This may be more difficult in today's quickly changing political climate. Assumption. The commercialization of space could lead to advancements in technology and innovation. Accelerated development of new technologies could have applications both in space and on Earth, leading to new industries and job opportunities. There is also the potential to find solutions to existing pressing social issues. Assumption: national security concerns arise as civilian access to space increases. Governments may need to establish regulations to control civilian space activities and protect national interests going forward. International cooperation will be needed to address potential conflicts and create guidelines for behavior in space. As we've already mentioned, this could currently be a tricky thing to accomplish. Assumption: tech billionaires' philanthropic efforts can coexist with their space exploration ambitions. Humans are capable of attending to a multitude of issues at any given time. Indeed, this has become one of our driving factors for success as a species. Public perception of tech billionaires might be more positive if their philanthropic efforts are recognized alongside their space ambitions. Question 4. Are there any alternative explanations or interpretations? For those facts and assumptions that aren't already self-evident, we'll consider various perspectives and evaluate the merits of different viewpoints. Fact: the growing number of spacecraft in orbit raises concerns about space debris and its potential impact on future space missions. An alternative view is that increased interest in space travel could lead to new technologies and policies to manage and mitigate space debris. Assumption: the commercialization of space could lead to advancements in technology and innovation. A less hopeful view is that commercialization could lead to exploitation of space resources and increased geopolitical tensions as new space-based weapons technology becomes available. Assumption: national security concerns arise as civilian access to space increases. Increased civilian access to space may actually improve international cooperation and promote peaceful uses of outer space. Governments will need to develop new policies and regulations to address security concerns while supporting the growth of the space industry. Assumption: tech billionaires' philanthropic efforts can coexist with their space exploration ambitions. There is a potential for conflicts of interest, as resources dedicated to space exploration may detract from philanthropic initiatives. A goal of shooting yourself into outer space doesn't really compare to donating millions of dollars to save people from starvation. However, when we're talking about the fun and excitement to be had, if it comes down to choosing where to put their money, billionaires might easily decide to go for the fun instead. And why not? It's their money after all. It's important to remember, though, that space exploration projects may also generate benefits that support philanthropic goals, such as improving global communication or advancing scientific research. Question 5. What conclusions can we draw from the analysis of these facts and assumptions? After analyzing the facts, assumptions, and evidence, we draw the conclusion that tech industry billionaires should be allowed to invest in and pursue space exploration. But this conclusion comes with certain caveats. The potential benefits of these ventures, such as advancements in technology, innovation, and the creation of new industries and job opportunities, seem to outweigh the risks and concerns raised. However, this verdict comes with the understanding that there needs to be proper regulations and oversight in place to address concerns related to space debris, national security, and social inequalities. Additionally, fostering international cooperation and establishing guidelines for responsible behavior in space are crucial in ensuring that the benefits of space exploration are maximized while minimizing the risks. Finally, acknowledging that tech billionaires' philanthropic efforts can coexist with their space ambitions could help strike a balance between addressing urgent global issues and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and innovation in space. Stay tuned for the next episode in our series, where we'll apply this same critical thinking framework to another important topic. As always, we encourage you to approach each issue with an open mind and to use critical thinking to inform your understanding and decision-making. Thanks for watching. Think critically, question everything,